So it looks like we just hit 10 o'clock. So we're going to get this party started a little bit. My name is Jordan Weiss. I'm a sales engineer here at Long. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us this week on the Long Coffee Break. We'd love to see you guys. Today we're going to go through, we have a special guest, John Burford with Nederman is with us today. We're going to go over welding fume extraction and vehicle exhaust source capture. So Nederman's been around for 75 years. They're the leader in source capture and vehicle exhaust. So at this time, I'm going to shoot it over to John. We're going to go through a little bit of product data and product knowledge, and we'll go from there.
Thank you for attending, everybody. Again, Jordan, thank you for inviting Nederman to discuss fume extraction. Today, we're going to both discuss vehicle fume extraction and weld smoke. The question is why? Why Nederman and why Long? Nederman's a 76-year-old company. We're the world's largest extraction, fume, pollution, wood chips in the world. 50 offices on 5 continents, 3,500 employees year to date, or lifetime to date, so to speak. We partnered with Long almost a year ago because we figured we're the best in the industry. We might as well go with the best in the industry in Colorado and a couple other neighboring states. So Long and Nederman have formed a really great partnership. A little bit about weld smoke for those who don't know. An average welder produces 1 pound of airborne particles per 8-hour shift. Doesn't sound like a whole lot until you look at the fact that a human inhales over 671,000 cubic inches of oxygen daily. If you divide that by 3, put them in an 8-hour shift in a welding process or manufacturing process, dirty air is prevalent. So our goal at Nederman is to help clean the air in any sort of pollutant environment, mainly weld today and vehicle exhaust. So in the vehicle or the weld smoke capture, we're going to talk about source capture arms. They are the absolute best. A lot of people think overhead hoods and various natures of that, but in the source capture for weld smoke, it's actually arms. They work the best. We have a variety of arms. Our original arm has an interior skeleton with adjustable friction joints. They come in 7, 10, 13, and 16-foot lengths. We also have 2 other series of arms, our Next S, which is ATEX certified. ATEX, for those who are unfamiliar, is the European version of the NFPA or explosive guidelines. Then when we get into the Next D and DX, those are grounded and have food grade materials. Now we have a larger big brother to our original arm, which is the Next MD, medium duty, and HD, heavy duty. You'll notice that these arms have an exterior skeleton or ectoskeleton. This allows a cleaner airflow, higher airflows. Again, the arms come in 7, 10, 13, and 16-foot lengths. Here's a nice image of our original arm, which is a little over 35 years old now. You can see the source capture there. That welder's running with a stick. Sticks are very dirty. They're prevalent in training in schools. We absolutely suggest that if you're doing any sort of CTE, let's discuss fume extraction. Filtration is often governed by local areas, but extraction is absolutely critical. The Next MD, you can see this is a nice industrial setting where the arm's mounted up high, so it clears out of the way for forklifts and things of that nature. Now, the MD is a 6-inch diameter arm, just like the original. However, with the skeletal or structure part of the arm encased in the blue plastic, it allows for a cleaner airflow, and honestly, it allows for a dirtier airflow. And what do I mean by dirtier airflow? If your welding material or process involves oily material or things of that, where you may get oil droplets in the extracted, collected air, the original arm with its friction joints would have a tendency to loosen themselves over time, where our next series, medium duty, MD, and HD, having a clean airstream, we will not have those sort of issues. So sometimes we have to talk about what we're going to do, the processes we're going to work with, and design and provide the proper piece of equipment for those applications. Here you can see the nice HD arm. You can see it's incredibly larger, 8-inch diameter with up to 1,100 CFMs, almost double of the original arm. The hood is designed differently. You can see it's more of a rectangular hood as opposed to a rounder hood. The hood can be set horizontally or perpendicular to the table, even laying it down on the table to act as a mini backdraft. Now, the one thing about source capture arms that people don't always talk about is their capture radius or area. If you think a 16, 18-inch beach ball, as long as you put a source capture arm anywhere in the airstream, approximately 16 to 18 inches away, you'll have no effect on shielding gases. You'll have excellent capture ratio, almost 97.5%, and you'll have a very, very clean workshop. If you notice in both the MD picture and the HD picture, dirty welding, clean shop. We're not seeing a lot of smoke up by the lights. That's the benefit of running fume extraction, besides capturing all the airborne particles and nasty items. The two optimal solutions right there. The next hood, as you can see, it's more rectangular. And on your right, source capture, our own tool capture, I should say. Nederman has a brand new product line coming out in the fall designed for on tool. And we look forward to announcing that to everybody about November timeframe. Really excited about that. It's a great, wonderful product. And if you see a video of on tool capture versus any other capture, you'll just be amazed. All right, let's move on to vehicle exhaust. So we have a series of 6 different hose styles, and we apply them in different applications, beginning with our NRCP. That just means crush proof. That generally goes into an automotive dealership, a high school type application, CTE buildings. We move up to the 1.5 or the 3.5, depending upon the application, whether we're still in medium duty trucks, 1 tons, things of that in a dealer, or we're starting to get up into the commercial grade. When we get into the higher commercial grade, you'll see us go to the 4.2, 6.5, or 10. You'll see a lot of 6.5 and 10 blended when we get into municipal bus barns and when we're getting into these high temp regen diesels. Just going to say, never run a diesel on regen connected to a hose reel system. It's not the best application. However, we have the ability at Nederman to address everything across the board, from a simple automobile to heavy duty military equipment. Start with our system. So we have a simple system that we call a single drop balancer. Put these a lot in high schools where they're going to have 5 or 6 locations. We can direct mount a fan to this. We can connect this to a ducted system with a fan, exhausting the air outside. Anywhere from 4, 6 to 8 inch. 8 inch can actually go into a commercial application, say a municipal bus barn or maintenance barn where they're only working on 1 or 2 bays. They just need something to hook up to the apparatus, the trucks, whatever it might be, and exhaust it. These are great, simple little systems. Now, a little bit more complicated or thought out system would be our single drop balancer on a rail. We have in our ALU 250 and 150, we can run a 6-inch or 8-inch diameter hose. This allows the operator or technician to position it anywhere along the length of this rail. They can have multiples depending upon how many vehicles they want to have, how simple they want to go. We can put up to 30 on a 300-foot rail. We have duct connections off the top of it, 1 per 60 feet. So we're extracting enough air that we're not causing any problems. And then if you look on the right-hand side of the screen, our 920 rail, these are for 4 and 6-inch diameters. Again, high schools, CTEs, auto dealerships can handle everything from your standard car up to your 1-ton diesel trucks that are going into, say, Ford, Chevy, Dodge, etc. This is a great application. It's a nice way to put mini hose drops at a nice area, nice affordable area, I should say. Let's talk about our hose reels. These are the core of the vehicle exhaust. We have 2 main products. That's our 865 spring and our 865 motorized. Both come in 4, 5, 6, and 8-inch diameter, various lengths up to 33 feet. The spring is easily adjustable in the field. If it starts losing spring tension, technician can simply stick an Allen wrench in the end cap and tighten it up a couple clicks. Do not have to take the hose off. Very, very simple to operate. The motorized hose reel can be ran off of an infrared pendant or a wired pendant. I will tell you, I prefer the wired pendant as they don't end up in people's lunch boxes or toolboxes, never to be seen again. However, also 4, 5, 6, 8-inch diameter up to 33 feet. When we get into our larger applications where we need an 8, 10, or 12-inch diameter hose, generally this is a high heat application. I might be running blended temperature hoses, regen, high airflow. This is a 100% metal construction hose reel, perfectly suited for this application. That's why we brought it to the marketplace. High heat situations in municipal bus barns. Here's a nice view of our ALU 250 holding a reel on rail, as we like to call it. That's a nice trolley. As you can see, we can run up to 300-foot long rails holding up to 30 hose reels. The picture on the right is an excellent indication of a couple hose reels on this. And this works in a situation where maybe we have 15 bays across one side of a dealership, but we only need to run 8, 10, 11 hose reels because not all technicians will be running the car on their process. So the technician can grab the reel, move it to their workstation, pull the hose down, connect it up. These come with a micro switch built into them to where if we run a VFD situation, we can ramp the fan up or down as needed. They'll have a damper in them also. This is a great way to put a bunch of hose reels along a vehicle repair line. Now, how do we connect it? We got to have a nozzle. Right there at the bottom is a patented universal nozzle that is flat spec'd in Europe for Mercedes, Porsche, Audi. The bayonet inserts it, you insert it into the tailpipe of the vehicle, click the blue handle, it will expand. It's got has a soft rubber lip around it, so you will not scratch the facade or the bumper of the vehicle. But we also have a full range of other nozzles, ranging from high pipe to clip on an 18-wheeler, all the way over to various configurations for dual pipes, clamping. They run the gamut. There's literally an endless supply of nozzles. So when it comes to weld smoke extraction or vehicle exhaust extraction, not only is Long your partner, but Nederman is Long and your partner. So Jordan, again, I appreciate it. Thank you for the time that we had today. And that ends my part of the conclusion.
Yeah, I appreciate it, John. As John was saying, we are partnered with Nederman, and we'd love to be involved in all his projects. As you can see, there's a lot of parts and pieces that goes into a system like this, but please reach out to your Long sales engineer. And thank you guys again for taking time out of your day to join us. We really appreciate it and hope this brought some value to you guys' days and make your job a little easier. And that's about it. We appreciate you guys tuning in today, and hope you guys have a great day. So tune in next week for Aaron Morris. He will be going over CRC lab valve solutions. So that's a good one. So again, thanks, and appreciate everybody. Have a great day.